Hi everybody, thank you for coming in. I'm here to do a reading for the Divine Masculine towards the new moon in Scorpio, which is happening on the 14th of November. I already put one up for Divine Feminine energy. If you dare, watch that one. It was a feisty reading, but the energy is incredibly feisty right now. I actually had plans to do Divine Masculine first because that's the energy I was really feeling rising up and under kind of an inferno right now. But as always, I have to wait for the guidance, and my guidance often comes through music, and I have to wait for that to come to me. As it pertains to the Divine Masculine, I was actually getting impatient. I'm like, I want to do the reading, because I can feel the energy super strong right now, but no music would come. Well, this morning some did, and it's actually very unexpected. It's in the form of a rap song, which for me is unexpected because I don't know very many rap songs, as I'm sure that doesn't surprise you. I love them, I just don't really know them that well. Anyway, this one was sent to me almost 2 years ago by a very wise, very organically wise friend of mine. And when he sent it to me, he said, "You're going to need this song." And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I need a rap song. I should learn better than to question his intuition. Anyway, 2 years later, the song came up this morning on my playlist, and my entire body got the chills. And that often is what happens when I'm receiving a musical message. I'll put a link to the song below, and the song is called Real by a rap artist named NF. There's a lot of cool things about this coincidence, because my plan astrologically was to focus on the North and South Node as it pertains to Divine Masculine energy. In the feminine reading, I focus mostly on Venus and Libra, because that makes sense with Venus, but here we're going to focus on Mars. The North Node right now is in Aries, which is ruled by Mars. The North Node is our collective progression. It's where we're headed. It's our destiny. And when the North Node is in Aries, the South Node is in Libra, which is ruled by Venus. So for the next 18 months in our collective points of destiny, we have Venus and Mars coming together, internally and of course externally. What's really interesting is that, as I always do, being an astrology nerd, when the song came to me, I'm like, well, let me check out the guy, the rapper guy. Well, it turns out he is an Aries, born March the 30th, and I'm like, okay. So that's another confirmation for me. Very interesting. It pleased me, needless to say. What doesn't please me is that he's a year younger than my daughter. It's a brilliant, brilliant song. And usually when a song comes to me, it's in the form of like a random lyric or something. This one didn't. So I read through the whole song, all of the lyrics, and I had a hard time picking out the message for Divine Masculine, because really the entire song is just brilliant. Written by a very young man. I'm so pleased. Kudos to him. I've got the lyrics over to the side here that I chose because they were the ones that drew me in the most. Okay, don't make fun because it's rap and I sound like a soccer mom. Moment I get up, I just want to know I'm doing my best. And if I'm not, Lord forgive me, you can have the regrets. Because I feel the water trying to go up over my head. Most of my life, I always felt like I was holding my breath, holding my chest. To be honest, I'm so tired of it, looking for something in my life to be inspired again. I like to walk around and act like I don't know what it is, but I know what it is. I just never want to commit. So I guess that's the important part of the song, because that's the part I was drawn to. But again, please do read the whole song or listen to it, even better. When we're dealing with Divine Masculine energy, we all have that within us, as well as, of course, Divine Feminine. Every living thing on earth does. It does not apply to gender, although it is my opinion that it is expressed differently from gender to gender. But the divine part, the core aspects of masculine and feminine energy exist in all of us. So you might want to listen to the Divine Feminine reading, because this is a very, very important time. I'm focusing here for the purpose of this reading on Pluto, which is switching from Capricorn to Aquarius in the new year, and also on that North Node in Aries. These are two huge shifts as it pertains to masculine energy. Pluto is what I call a masculine feminine energy. It is about our psychic realm and our memory and our hidden like almost DNA. It goes very, very deep, even into past lives. So there's the kind of more intuitive aspect of Pluto that's very feminine. But it's also the planet of war and change, as is the sign of Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto. And then when we get into the Mars energy, that's a very masculine energy, ruler of Aries and co-ruler of Scorpio. We're here in Scorpio season. And it is about our taking action, our aggressive output, getting things started. It's cardinal fire. It is the bringer of fire. So Aries being the first sign in the zodiac, it's like when the soul arrives here, the first thing we start with is that passion in the heart. And then from there comes the willingness to do something with it. In the divine masculine energy, because we're experiencing South Node in Libra, which means the past, there was sort of put into a place of needing to stay in a more feminine mode. Libra is a sign about balance and harmony. It is most certainly not the most aggressive output of a sign. That's why its opposite one is Aries. And we have the masculine feminine, right? With the masculine energy, it's more harnessing all of that and turning it into action and to create with. When you think about the Emperor in the Tarot, Aries, Major Arcana, also the symbol for divine masculine for all of us tarot readers. When you think about the Emperor is all about going out, providing, and we'll get into what that means in a minute, right? But the Emperor is pretty much useless without the balance of the feminine energy. That's a whole other topic. So today I'm going to do a reading for divine masculine. All of my readings are addressed to you. This could be a divine masculine energy that appears external to you in your life, but I'm still going to read it to you. I am called Inward Eye Tarot, so I do believe the most powerful use for tarot in my hands is for self-reflection. And also because I think the magic definitely lies within us and our ability to know ourselves, especially as we head towards a new moon, because there's manifestation energy. So this is about checking in how to balance that out. But these readings seem to be a lot bigger right now. They are not light readings. It's really taking a look at what needs to be healed in the collective in terms of divine masculine and feminine energy. It's a very self-accountable spread. Also, I'm a strong believer in that for tarot. But if that's not your kind of tarot, I get it. There's lots out there. Very amazing stuff on YouTube these days. But this reading is that. And they do tend to be heavy. The divine feminine one, I anticipate many people feeling uncomfortable. But you know, you guys were in Scorpio season. It's the time to feel uncomfortable. Most of the time, and this pertains to the masculine energy that I was reading over there, most of the time we won't make change until it's too uncomfortable to stay the same. And that's just how it works. With the divine masculine energy in all of us, there's a tendency when we experience pain to want to control that, i.e. the manual shutdown of the heart. And yeah, that is possible. I've seen it done. It is possible in a surface sort of engagement level way, but ultimately, no, it's not. So what you end up having is that stifled energy in the heart chakra, which causes things like depression, illness, malaise. I just want to feel inspired again. If you're feeling like there's always like trying to tread water, as mentioned in those lyrics there, and just doing everything you can to exist in a world that's gone crazy, and somehow within yourself you've disembodied the responsibility for that balance in your own life, then the two do very much go hand in hand. We are a collective energy. So in not so embracing the ability to transmute painful experiences into productive actions and healing energy, in so not doing that, there's the attempt to shut down the heart altogether. Well, I'm just never going to love again. And that in of itself seems like a passive action, doesn't it? Very divine feminine, right? Well, I'm just going to not, okay, I shouldn't say divine feminine, but in that form. But the whole thing is closing your heart, especially at a time like this, is not a passive action. It's a passive aggressive action. It's a direct counterattack on the energy of love, which is the thing that we need the most right now in the world. Because obviously what we create in our world is what emanates from us as a collective. If there's no healing in here, there is no healing out there. So there's absolutely no way to separate ourselves in our individual experience from the collective whole of what's taking place. Whatever it is. And I said this in the feminine reading, whatever perceived injustice, imbalance, all of these things, they all originate with our ability to harness our own greatest potential. Whether that's balancing the masculine, feminine internally or in our relationships, it doesn't only apply to love. Obviously, I'm doing the cards, so I do focus on the energy of love, but those are core, they're planets. They have behavioral things that encompass the entire collective. When we're talking about a Pluto shift out of Capricorn, for instance, it's been there for 16 years. And Capricorn is all about, this is how you do it. This is the structures we must exist in. There isn't a lot of flexibility with Capricorn. I love Capricorn. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's the role in the collective. And it also carries with it tough lessons and karma. It's daddy energy. It's like, for your own good, you must learn these lessons. And that has been particularly tough on the divine masculine energy for the past 16 years. Look at the state of it in our world right now. And that's, okay, I won't go that far into it because we could date that back to, the 40s, but in any event, that is a wounded masculine energy that is within us and external to us that's manifesting around us right now. So our ability to actually self-reflect and take responsibility for these things in ourselves is naturally going to emanate out to the collective. It's what we can do. So as another John Lennon said, who actually is a Libra, love is all you need. And I used to be like, yeah, sure. But I do see what he means now. Of course, a Libra understands that. Love is all we need. And I'm talking about love in general, because the thing about the decision to close your heart chakra is it doesn't really work that way. It's not incremental. It's open or it's closed. So if it's closed manually due to traumatic experiences, pain, fear, insecurities, as he talks about in this song, or just the general societal state of masculine energy in the world right now, whether all of that is the wound or not, the option to close the heart is actually closing the cure. And that is a real problem I see, which is why I get really passionate in these readings and why I do them. These are just my opinions. I feel it in the energy. I see it in the stars. But there are those who are going to disagree with that, and that's okay. All right, you guys. So for divine masculine energy, let's check in. Again, you can be watching this and be a woman, absolutely. This applies to all of us. And same with the divine feminine reading. I hope everybody's doing well. That all said, please check out the song Change by FN. I think he wrote that song when he was 27, which is a very auspicious age to come to terms with those things. Astrology doesn't lie, my friends. Divine masculine, what do we have? Yeah, the never-ending story. Unfortunately, that could be the influence of that Pluto in Capricorn, where you're dragging through lessons you thought you'd already learned the first time around, but the second time around is a check-in to say, did you? And maybe we didn't. There might have been unfinished business. It can seem like the cycle would never complete. And inside the timer where this little fairy is sitting on top of is a heart turning to stone. Maybe in the divine masculine energy, it's like not being able to imagine the possibility of that. And it kind of draws me to some of the lyrics here when he said, looking for something in my life to be inspired again. I like to walk around and act like I don't know what it is, but I know what it is. I just don't want to commit. This heart has almost been locked up in this eternal timer, and now it's turning to stone. And it's compromising the magic of the fairy. Okay. Oh my gosh, on the bottom of the deck is round and round. Again, a never-ending cycle. And that again is that kind of, I don't want to go into calling this masculine feminine energy, because it's even hard for me as a reader to separate that. But for the purposes of this reading, this round and round energy is a very feminine energy. It's passive. It's as if there's no escape from the cycle, or as if the imagination can't possibly fathom something that isn't painful. And that's kind of also what he's saying in that song. Let's go to the Psychic Tarot. Sorry, guys, I have to drink my tea. I'm still fighting a terrible cold. It's speaking of never-ending stories. For Divine Masculine, what do we have, please? What do we have? We have Judgment. Sagittarius and Scorpio energy here. Interesting, we're bridging that right now. In fact, when we're at the halfway point with that new moon. That's very interesting. Truth here, or judgment, is all about escaping the shadows that lie within, the things from our past that drag us down. With the round and round and never-ending story, it could be about trying to escape that heaviness from the past, things that live in your shadow that you don't want to take a look at, or you didn't know you needed to, or you didn't know were there. And there is a good reason for that, because the Sagittarius part of the Judgment card is saying, I'm going to be free of this, because that's what Sag does. It is passing judgment on things that keep you in that round and round and never-ending story. And what I also love about it is that there's just a guy there looking at what he can do with his magic in the universe. In other words, it's his judgment call. He has the power to free himself from that never-ending cycle of Pluto down below. Recognition and reward. Very nice. Now that could have to do with stepping into your power. It's earth energy. Recognition and reward can be about deciding to engage again. Look what we have. Divine Feminine coming out with the fertility card. The Emperor came out in the other spread too, twice. This is about what you can create in the world. Now this could have to do with embracing that more imaginative, creative side of yourself to get yourself free of this round and round. Oh man, very similar cards. We have the Five of Pentacles, material, and I call it spiritual and material changes, but in this deck it's financial and material. Lots of earth energy. There can be a real need to get grounded here. But with the Five of Pentacles, again, that's about not being able to imagine anything greater than what this never-ending story is for you. It's kind of a lack mentality. It's being stuck at the midway point, neither progressing nor regressing. All right, we got a card down. First one of the read, though, not too bad, I'd say. We have accelerated motion, the Eight of Wands. Whoa, isn't that nice to see? The Eight of Wands is about imagining, look at this, imagining what could lie ahead for you. The Eight of Wands is a very fast-moving, fiery energy. See that star in there? That's the wish. And that's what's guiding all of this passion forward. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. Foundations and achievements. Now, foundations and Four of Wands is about success. So this could definitely have to do with your work and creating more financial abundance as it pertains to what you build in the world. And there's a real movement towards that here. We'll see what this Eight of Wands is about. Okay. I'll do the main spread here with the Wild Unknown. And let's take a look at this Judgment card in the recent past. The Four of Swords, in action, rest, recovery. The Four of Swords is a time of integration after a cycle of heartbreak has wrapped up. It could have been something recently in your life that caused you a lot of pain. It's not like the heart chakra is closed here, but this is kind of like withdrawal, recovery, you know, integration. Look how the third eye on that baby sheep is opening up. Something, some kind of trauma that caused you to be put into this awareness. We have justice, Libra, showing up. Justice is about balance, harmony. It can be a legal decision as well. Oh my gosh, we have the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. We're off and running already. Now with this justice and the Four of Swords, let's get one more on that. There could have been a situation that you thought was just unfair. It was never balanced before. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. And that caused you a sense of pain and heartbreak as it pertains to commitment. Libra is commitment energy. And this is about whether or not you can allow that to keep causing you heartbreak, or if you've gotten some kind of new perspective around what that really was. Finding your own kind of karmic balance with it through this Four of Swords. I mean, that's an enlightenment card as well. And then we have you going through the transformation. The recovery here with judgment. Okay, recognition and reward. What's this? Thank you. The Seven of Wands. I love that fire burning in the middle. That's Aries energy. And this is the willingness to crash through any obstacles that get in your way. Because of that firepower right there in the middle of all those obstacles. Wands represent our path. They can be travel. We have 8 right here at the end, from the 7 to the 8. They can be travel, movement, but it's fire, it's action, and it's taking action. This is the warrior card as well. This is like, no, I know what I can achieve and I'm going to. It's fighting off whatever obstacles whatever injustices right there that you were recovering from. Fighting your way forward. Very passionate. Seven of Wands. The Page of Cups, water energy. The Page of Cups can be a brand new idea, and it's something that is just kind of germinating. It could be an emotional experience that you're just kind of opening up to. We have the Eight of Wands again. Fire right there at the end of the reading. The Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups. What is this about? An offer coming in. And then the 8 moves over to here. It emerges. Okay, let me see. I'll get it. There. The Sun of Cups. So we go from the Page to the Knight. It's like, were you in a state of recovery before? And now, the Eight of Wands movement, action, taking action, yes, was buried before. It was only coming through as a Page of Cups for some reason. Like, I call that getting your toe wet in the water before allowing something to ignite. I mean, when I look at these wands right here, it's like an antenna being struck by lightning. I get a real like boom, action time, energy from that. And it's very fire, very Aries. And then from just this idea that you're like kind of fighting to get out there, comes some kind of offer that you want to send out. The Knight of Cups is an apology. Justice is attached to it, an offer. Let's go to the Empress. Oh, whoa, we get the Empress again. Wow. To this Empress. I mean, this Knight of Cups is heading right to the Empress. Okay. The Empress. So there was a time of waiting to do what's right until the time was right. I see. But you're stuck in a never-ending story, this round and round, right? It's kind of sad, though, too, because this fairy's, like, protecting that heart. And it's taking a long time. Double Empress energy. This is who you want to come to. Is it an apology? I'll get what that justice was about. We have the Chariot. Cancer's major arcana. And the Chariot is all about taking control of the direction in your life. This could be a card of travel as well. Interestingly enough, we have that full moon eclipse up there. That's what it looks like. And the full moon eclipse in Taurus, we have Taurus energy here with the Empress, happened on the 28th of October. So it could have been something that you came to or were going through or understood on that eclipse. But this is where you're headed, the Chariot. Towards this Empress energy. I just noticed, well, I think I've noticed before, but it jumped out this time. That horse has the new moon right on his forehead. 14th of November is the new moon, the Chariot. So were you getting an idea of what you wanted to create? Whoa, yeah, look at that. The Ace of Wands, isn't that funny? Because I saw the Ace of Wands coming here with that 7. That's what you want. That's what's fueling this. What does he say? Looking for something in my life to be inspired again. Is it this Empress energy? Now, whether that is a creation that you've tapped into within you, again, you guys, I read these as external, but it's not necessarily. This could be a brilliant idea, a flash of inspiration on the mental level here. It could come in the form of communication as well. Something's getting you inspired. This Queen of Swords with the Ace of Wands there is like, I absolutely know now. I know what to do. I know where to go, the Chariot, and then the Empress. It could be too that you want to have some kind of new beginning with this Empress. But it's like something came, if it's an internal energy, something came into your mind. You got very clear about something. And now you're creating that. Okay. The 5 of Pentacles, please. Wow. The 9 of Pentacles. This is about creating your own stability in the world. Doing things a different way. The 9 of Pentacles is having all the abundance you want. This is falling under the 5 of Pentacles. But this is whatever this is that you want to create or that came to your mind to create. We have the 6 of Swords. Yeah, moving on from some kind of conflict. That's probably what happened back here. Taking what you learned, transmuting that with the Empress into some kind of independence in the world. You might want to go into working for yourself here. Let's see, 8 of Wands. The Lovers. Okay, the Lovers is Gemini's major, and this is a deep soul connection between you and another thing, 2 sides of yourself, 2 people, 2 paths you could take. But when the Lovers comes in, and it often does on the heels of the Ace of Wands, it sends you directly into a crossroads because now you have to make a choice. The Lovers energy lasts for a lifetime. That's why it's got the Canadian geese who mate for life. It doesn't ever leave. The awareness of how that feels, that inspiration, that passion, whatever that is, the awareness of how that feels now lives in your heart forever. And it becomes the fuel you use to fight through whatever path, whatever's blocking your path there with that 7 of Wands. It's standing between you and what you want to create and achieve. And it has to do with financial abundance as well. The Lovers is the need to make a choice. And then the choice here, it looks like it gets made because we have the 8 of Wands buried under that Page of Cups, just getting your toe wet. Let's see the Lovers. Then the page turns into the Knight, and then the choice is made, the Lovers. The 4 of Pentacles, Earth energy, we have 5 right there. This 5 and 4 is 9, right? So this idea could bring you a lot of abundance. It could bring you stability. What about this 4 of Pentacles? But also with the Lovers card and the 4, it looks like getting unstuck and then whoosh, you can move towards what's pulling at your heart. It's like you needed this Ace of Wands in order to do that. Firepower. Wow. We have Leo's major here with strength. Firepower again. Strength, though, is about your heart. It's about having the courage and integrity to go in and answer to what is true to you, where your passion truly lies, and to conquer the beast of whatever stands in your way here, be it insecurities or fears or ego. Oh my gosh, look at all of this fire energy. You are definitely going to go for it big time here. I shouldn't have been talking about Mars so much. We have King of Mars himself with King of Fire and the Three of Cups. So coming together with this Empress energy is the meaning of that inspiration for you. You might want to take action to collaborate with somebody if this is about a creative or work endeavor, and most certainly it could be. There is your finances attached to this. It could be too that you had to fight for the independence in your own life to be able to do this, if this is all you. But if this is somebody outside of you, the story remains the same, but it's about coming together, the union, the like-minded creation. We have Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. I love that. Pentacles and cups put together make earth. It's earth and water, so it's like mud. You can build things that grow, that last, that stand. The Father of Wands is not a hesitator. This is somebody who, when the passion is right, see the lightning striking the rod again? When it's right, he takes action. And he is the entrepreneur of the tarot. This could be about a business you want to create. You got the Empress here. And we have the Devil, Capricorn's major. Interesting about that Pluto. Now again, this could have been that never-ending cycle of karma or something you were, let me see what's under the, oh my gosh. We have strength or power here right under that foundations and achievements. And then strength here is leading you forward towards creating stability or something stable in your life. The Devil card is like, it can be fear, it can be cycles repeating, it can be lessons you've learned, it can be stubbornness, you get my drift. But really what it is the energy that keeps you from being able to progress forward. There could have been difficult lessons to learn in the past here because you got Four of Swords as well. This could be a fear though. Even though the King of Wands is not usually afraid. Let's see about this Devil. Because Eight of Wands, King of Wands, Three of Cups, it's like, whew, I am going, I am doing it. The Ace of Pentacles. Why is the Devil associated though? The Ace of Pentacles can be an offer, the beginning of something stable, but the Devil's attached to it. What is this offer? To the Queen of Wands. We have the King and Queen of Wands out now. And the Page of Pentacles. I like that because I don't know why the Devil's here though. But as I always say, aces are energetic offerings from the universe. They're just energy. And this is a big one though. This is a big one. And this, when it becomes a page, is when it becomes a physical reality. It's when you decide to utilize the energy, take action on it. And there is mega action being taken here with the King of Wands, Eight of Wands, Lovers. We also have the Chariot, which is fast forward. What is this that you want to offer? The Devil could be fear. Two of Wands, something that you visualize for the future. Lots of fire energy. Two of Wands. Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups. And in so doing, in so making that decision to come together and having the courage, which is also a Leo energy, to get unstuck and making the choice to go for what your heart is truly being inspired by, the song, right? Inspired by. In so making that choice with the Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords brings to an end a long and difficult learning cycle in your life. And in comes the Ace of Cups. A brand new opportunity for creative, emotional, joy, love, fulfillment. One more. This is embracing, this is, I mean, the Ace of Cups is like a heart chakra awakening of the highest order, especially with the Ace of Wands. Love and passion, creativity and action, and the Seven of Cups. This is all about inspiration and imagination. I love it. So whatever cycle in your life is coming to an end is unlocking the imagination. High Priestess here is unlocking your imagination. and your ability to create something of your own in the world. Because that foundations and achievement is attached to strength. You were just needing the inspiration. And there's the Ace of Wands with the Empress. I mean, in a sense, this is kind of recovering from what he was talking about in the song, like walking around every day like you're drowning. And then comes some kind of enlightenment, like you can get out of that energy of feeling like there was injustices done, or like something here. Let me go back for 1 second. Because, no, I'm going to go to this deck. Again. Okay. From the Light Seer. What is the Four of Swords and Justice about? The Knight of Wands doing the right thing? Divine masculine energy isn't even showing up in this reading. The only king or knight or anything we're getting here is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a bit of a youthful character. This is a growing up process. In the past, perhaps you were juggling people. Perhaps you were going in and out of situations and acting on passion without much thought for where that could go. It is very youthful, but it looks like here it caused some kind of heartbreak. Something went on here. Are you deciding to leave behind that kind of energy? Because I did say there's commitment, right? I like to walk around and act like I don't know what it is, but I know what it is. I just never want to commit. But some kind of cycle in your life that caused you a great deal of injustice or heartbreak, or you realized that you weren't fair in some way here with Judgment. The Nine of Pentacles is attached to that. Yeah, that certainly could be what it is about. All right. Let's see what the Knight of Cups is going to say here. What is the Knight of Cups going to say? The Lovers. You can't escape the Lovers, and that is probably what called you to have to make this decision. Some kind of enlightenment happened here, that your behavior was not getting you anywhere, or it was causing you trouble, or it caused other people heartbreak, something like that. The Lovers here is like coming in to say to somebody, this is pulling you out of that energy. The World. This showed up for feminine as well. The World is a completion of a cycle, but we do have 2 cards of travel here. So you might be traveling towards the source with this Ace of Wands Empress. Let's call that the source of whatever this inspiration that woke you up. It definitely woke you up though. All right, let's see. What about this Empress? Lots of majors coming out. We don't have the Emperor yet. The Page of Cups. Okay. The Page of Cups is very sweet energy, but it's like you just want to kind of get something going. We have the Devil attached over here, though. You might be afraid. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is over here, completing that cycle. Are you letting go of some kind of pain from the past here? You're putting to end a cycle here. Well, this is quite interesting. You're putting to end some kind of cycle here that's requiring a lot of strength for you. What am I getting here? Oh, the Three of Cups, so that you can come together with the source. With this Page of Cups and Ten of Swords, it's like, what is the Page of Cups though? That's a message. That's the beginning of something. That's a little offer. Okay. Who is the Page of Cups? The Hermit. Oh, okay. So you're done dipping your toe in the water. That's what it is. Because now it's action time. And the Hermit here knows where he wants to go. That's soul searching. That's, again, there's some kind of enlightenment or awakening happening for divine. Look who it is. The Emperor, divine masculine. And it's been in hermit mode, so no action, right? Here he comes. Good news. Right on top of the Empress and the Three of Cups. Okay. So you underwent a change yourself. Interesting how that song came up. I'm seeing it now. From the Knight of Wands to the Emperor is quite a leap. Quite a leap. And this is you deciding to actually, deciding is interesting, because I know the Lovers used to be called the choice, but I often call it the no choice because of what I said. It's actually a part of yourself that got ignited. And no matter what you try, the song again, you can't shut that out. It's you. And there's a rebirthing process happening here. I'm not surprised in Scorpio season. And then the Emperor here, it's like you're putting an end to sort of Page of Cupsy energy, you know? Even Knight of Cupsy energy. We have like 2 Knights and 2 Pages, and then in comes the Emperor. That's amazing. The High Priestess is coming out again. This is a spiritual awakening that's happening for Divine Masculine. Or let's just say a heightened knowing, an awareness that has come through some kind of process here. Interesting. Okay. Let's go over here. I want to see where you're headed with this 8 of Wands. Towards your wish. Yeah, 10 of Cups. You want what's going to make you really happy. And that's the whole thing, like I said. You can't have the 10 of Cups without the complete self. And the complete self can come together in union with another person or within you. But whatever it is that got your heart all stirred up, all inspired, I like to walk around and act like I don't know what it is, but I know what it is. I just never want to commit. Yeah. The 2 Pages here are kind of like walking around like you don't know what it is. And that's coming to an end. You could have been resisting this kind of awakening for a long time in your life. I'm happy to see the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It's our first king. There is no Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. All right, no wonder there's all this earth going on too. The King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. And it is all about investing in things that grow in the long term. Things that last, things you can rely on, foundations and achievements. And it's 1 step below Emperor energy, which we have here. King of Pentacles came out in the other reading too. So the King of Pentacles is commitment energy, especially with the Emperor. This is most certainly an awakening that's happening here. The Page of Swords. This is nice to see with that Ace of Wands because you're curious again. You're inspired again. And you know what you want to do. And it's coming from this source. Double Empress energy with the Ace of Wands. I mean, intense. Page of Wands. Or Page of Swords. The Magician and the 2 of Cups. Are you kidding me? What a powerful reading, you guys. The Magician is all about that inside magic I was talking about. Your ability to become the vibrational match for your perfect match. We have the Emperor and Empress here. We have somebody here, or Divine Masculine energy in general, going through that leveling out process. Justice, the awakening, and the choice because of the source. And the 2 of Cups, there it is. The perfect balance, masculine and feminine energy. And that gives you the ability to manifest. But until you get into that King of Pentacles, Emperor energy, you're not going to get that. And I think that's something that you realized in the recent past too. If this was you with Page of Cups and Page of Wands energy, then that only ever leads to one place, and it ain't much, and it doesn't last long. The King of Pentacles Emperor would never waste his time with that because it doesn't build a foundation. And eventually time runs out, and that's very much what that Judgment card is about as well. Oh, the Queen of Cups appears. She appeared in the last reading. Did she? No, the King of Cups was in the last reading. No Queen. And here's the Queen with no King. Man, how cool. Now, the King and Queen of Cups are this 10 of Cups. It's a very unique, psychic, emotional, intuitive understanding. And with that 10 of Cups, this is like, no wonder it's calling at your heart. You could be dealing with somebody here in your world who's quite intuitive, who inspired you in this way with the 2 of Cups and Ace of Wands. But whatever it is, it ignited you big time and caused this transformation in your world. And now it's like the 10 of Cups is where it's at. Once you got the 10 of Cups, being in Page of Cups, Knight of Wands energy just isn't going to cut it anymore. And this is you making that choice to leave behind the things with the Devil, 10 of Swords and Devil here, that never brought you any kind of success or growth. And then the inspiration of the Father of Wands is Mr. Inspiration, King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. All of the kings and queens are coming out, King and Queen of Swords here now. We don't have the Queen of Wands. All right. But this is you making a very clear-minded, solid, sound decision to go for what you want. The third 8 of Wands. Yeah. Passion. Excitement. But it's very grounded. I mean, we do have the Pentacles all over the place. And the Emperor and the King of Pentacles is not somebody here who makes reckless investments. Probably why the reflection time as well. Let's see this 4 of Swords and Justice one more time. This could have had to do with your money. Maybe you were clearing up some money, getting out of a painful contract. What is that? Oh, we get the 4 of Swords again. Okay, so was it a time, but why? Why the 4 of Swords? Is that the round and round? We have the 5 of Pentacles and the Devil. This could have had something to do with your finances being held back in some way. The Devil is having to answer for consequences, like I said. It is Capricorn energy. This can be about trying to, this is about fear in doing so as well. Queen of Pentacles. Now we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is one step below Empress energy. There you go with the Fool. Yeah. All right. So whatever it is that you went through here, you're recovering from, I mean, the Devil could be so many different things for so many different people. Sometimes when I see the 5 of Pentacles and the Devil together, that's a lack of self-worth. And that could have come at the hands of some kind of feminine energy in your life, whether it was a wife or a mother. Okay, so that's one potential, especially with the 4 of Wands. But sometimes when I see the Devil with the 5 of Pentacles, it's like, this is like, you won't be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. If this Queen of Pentacles is the source, you won't be able to accomplish it. It's like a fear thing. We have Aries energy in the major arcana here with the Fool. Taking a leap of faith, which you can do after the 10 of Swords drops. So whatever Devil energy that this is coming to an end. We saw the Devil over here too. It's now come out 3 times, you guys. Is the Devil a voice telling you that you can't? It could be. It could be an addiction, where the 4 of Swords could be recovery from an addiction. King of Swords again. One more. But whatever, you went through some kind of spiritual awakening. 6 of Pentacles. This has to do with money, business. There she is. Queen of Wands. Nice. And that is where you're going, what you're taking action towards. We have all of the true pairs, but interesting. The King of Cups is missing. And in the last reading, that was true too, but the Queen of Cups was missing. That's because she's over here. So there is some kind of emotional depth between you and another person that goes kind of beyond the scope of understanding here. And perhaps that hasn't been communicated because you're not appearing in each other's readings. So this can be about entering into a situation with a person where it's kind of like gonna change. Okay, what am I trying to say here? Because there's so many cups, and yet there's all of these pentacles too. It's like building this with this person, the source, would make you very happy. But I don't see a lot of feelings in a weird way. Judgment again. Are you worried about what they're going to say, what they're going to decide? Okay. A payout. I'm a little confused. Okay, let's see. The Hierophant. Speaking of commitment energy, and this is Taurus again. Judgment and the Hierophant. Is it that you're waiting for money? I think you're fighting for some kind of freedom here. It's kind of like, it's a very intense reading. And where you want to go, you want to create something with this source energy. Whether that's a person in your life, Queen of Cups, Empress, or that's a creative self that you want to invest in. And the Hierophant is all about our own beliefs, our own guidance. So whether, again, this is within you or with somebody else, you want to create something. And then here comes the commitment energy. But you're stuck in some kind of never-ending cycle here. But not for long. Not for long. This is putting an end to that. And then actually stepping into the action of going for what you want. And I do think it involves money and abundance for masculine energy. So whether this is you being inspired enough to go after a new career that you want to use your creative skills in, or it's somebody, you want to go towards somebody and do that with them. But either way, same thing, I think. Okay. And maybe what seemed like a never-ending cycle, finally with that Ten of Swords, 3 times, will come to an end. The Devil could definitely represent Saturn. But like I said, various things in various situations. The Vesta, the hearth, look at that. That's very similar to this Four of Wands. It could be about creating a home or a community, but the Vesta also has that Ace of Wands burning right in the middle. And that's your passion, your heart, your inner fire. What else do we have for Divine Masculine? I'll take this one, thank you. The progressions or the journey. We have the moon cycle all over this. I think this is a manifestation cycle that is about to wrap up. The second house, Taurus rules the second house. We have Taurus all over the place in this reading, and that's the house of resources. Taurus is Venus energy, but it's Earth Venus. So it's all about what can I build? What can I grow? What kind of structure? That's what the Emperor does. And Neptune, your vision. Whoa, Neptune is a very dreamy, very imaginative planet. And that's kind of what we've been talking about this whole time. With Neptune and Imagine, see how his third eye is coming open? That could have happened during a time of recovery or something like that. Whatever that was about, because I'm not getting any more info around that. Beautiful. So this is about Divine Masculine actually embracing the passion and vision more of what can be created when you come into union with that true balance. Because we do have the Three of Cups, and I always say, there's your cup, there's their cup, and then there's the thing you create together. It could most definitely be a soulmate type situation as well coming together, but in a practical, real way. Yeah, we have rooting with the Imam Coli on the bottom of the deck too, but in a very grounded, practical, and real way. This is very interesting. It's like we have all of this psychic, intuitive energy with the Empress and the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess and all that. And then all of this very earthy, grounded, practical energy with all the Pentacles and the Emperor. So it most certainly is that when those two things come together, we have the second house of resources, then you can build something truly great. Then the vision comes together. And that really is the purpose of love on the planet. Because love is that balance that promotes imagination and the freedom to make something happen here. And there's the commitment to it with the Hierophant. All right. Whew. Okay, no, yes, I do want these, but I want one from the True Love Reading Oracle for Divine Masculine, please. What is this? Looks like you had to fight something off, though. Compatibility. Well, yeah. There's true pairs all over the board, and inner peace. That's where the balance comes from. And that's when you feel like you're not drowning anymore. Compatibility and inner peace. That's beautiful. Okay. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Well, that's interesting. It could be that with this source here, there could have been some kind of falling out, and that's why the 3 to the 4 of Swords. It could have to do with this arguing, to do with freeing up money. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Yeah, no kidding. Look at all of the true pairs here. It could be that there's a lot of differences between you and the source person or energy, because we had the Lovers come out a couple of times, and that's usually a difficult decision that requires imagination. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. Whoa, we have inner peace on the bottom of the deck. Have you been trying to fight this off? At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. What is that? Is this walking away from some kind of struggle to go towards what you really want? You apply these as they fit for you guys. It's quite a reading. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Exactly, and that's what I was saying about the Strength card and the Ace of Wands, the integrity to answer to your own heart. Because that's how you lead by example. And it takes courage, and it takes a lot of willingness to look inside. But that's what the Father of Wands and the Strength card are very good at in order to become a leader. And I see leadership all over this. The King of Cups is missing. But that's it. We have all the other kings have come out and the Emperor. Interesting. Okay, you guys. Well, it was kind of a convoluted reading, but not really. I mean, overall, I can see where this is going, right? With Neptune and the vision and all of that. But it's about accepting that you need that perfect balance in you and in your life. I think this is about another person this time. There's some kind of fear associated, but we have compatibility as well. Okay, you guys, I hope this helped. I really do. I hope you got something from it. Whatever pieces you can take away that resonated or inspired you, that's wonderful. And yeah, let me know how it's going. Leave a comment in the comments box below. I love you guys so much. I'll be back to talk with you about that new moon in Scorpio. It's a very, very powerful one. See you guys soon. Bye for now.